One of the things that stood out about Mark Appel is his work ethic. Mark worked very hard at his craft, and the most impressive thing he did on a daily basis when he come to the field, he would long toss. But he would long toss the length of the outfield, so he'd stand at the right field foul pole, somebody'd stand at the left field foul pole, and he'd throw across the whole outfield to the guy he was having a catch with, and everybody stopped what they were doing, even the opposing team. If they saw him doing this, everyone stopped in awe of his arm strength, and it's probably why he threw the ball 98 miles an hour.
And the kids would try to emulate what he did, but they could never do quite what he did. But Mark was a very good player for us. NECBL All-Star, first team in the league. Went on to get drafted his junior year by the Pirates and senior year by the Astros, and finally signed after the senior year and made it to AAA. Had a little bit of success in the big leagues as well. And we wish Mark well. Very good for us on and off the field. What a pleasant individual, class person.
Mark's year with us certainly was very special, and that's why he's being inducted in our Hall of Fame. But he went back to school that following year, and he was the pitcher of the year in college baseball. So he really made that big jump that he needed to make after our summer. And that next summer he was with Team USA. He came back to Newport, and we were able to recognize him at Cardines Field and to bring him back home. But we're honored to have him here tonight. Mark Appel, that big 6'4" Texan, the first time I saw him throw from a mound, I thought to myself, that looks like Nolan Ryan to me. Big Texan, 16th round pick out of high school. You know, his coach Rusty Filter told us he was a very special pitcher and perhaps one of the best high school pitchers in the country. We were very fortunate to get him here in Newport. In his first year, we saw right away how special he was. You know, when you throw the ball 96 mile an hour plus back in those days, with a hard slider, curveball, and a changeup in his body, we knew he was special, and he was a future major leaguer.
When you're on a summer collegiate baseball team, and I was one of the broadcasters during that 2010 season when Mark Appel was on the Gulls, and I just remember one trip where you take a lot of bus rides. So most of the guys, they're listening to their music or watch movies, whatever. I think Mark Appel was the only guy who ever asked to borrow my laptop charger because he was doing homework. That's the one thing that stands out to me. I think we were taking a bus up to North Shore at the time, and I think his computer was about to die, and he asked me for my laptop charger because we had the same laptop, and I was like, what are you doing? I expected him to be like playing computer games or something. No, he was doing his homework, and that's just who he was. He was always doing 5 things at once. That's what I remember about Mark in that summer, was moments like that.
Yeah, it felt great. We had a few inconsistent starts this past week. I just wanted to go out there and do my best to give our team the best chance to win.
So Mark came back the next summer as a member of Team USA to play against the Newport Gulls in an exhibition game. And on that talented roster, it was just loaded with future first-round picks, guys who would go on to pitch long careers in the majors. He was the headliner. He was the guy everybody wanted to see pitch, and he went out and pitched in Cardines Field again. And just to see him back and know, what it meant for him and for the Gulls to have that moment to come back to Cardines Field and come back to Newport. That was a really special moment. I'm sure that's something he remembers to this day. And for all of us there, it was a chance to reconnect with him, and an exciting moment because we knew the trajectory of where his career was going and where he was going to end up being one of the top picks in the draft, just a few months later in the next year. So to have that moment for the Gulls organization and for Mark, that was really special to see.
I have so many fond memories of your stay in Newport and with us. I remember the day that Chris Patzos asked if I was interested in being a Gull host. And of course, I had to get permission from my wife and my 2 daughters. And we did a little research to find out who you were. And everyone said, yeah, let's go. You not only were a great baseball player, obviously, but you certainly were a joy to spend the summer with. We had so many great talks. My being a big baseball fan, and you being the talent that you were. of your pitching was the night that we picked you up at the airport in Providence and drove back. You put on your Gulls uniform in the dungeon underneath the stadium, and you had to be throwing in the mid-90s, and you could hear the oohs and ahs in the crowd.
And a very good baseball player, and led by example a lot of times out there in the bullpen, and quietly went about his job, but he was very professional in the way he prepared for his routine, and I think a lot of kids look up to him for that, and respected him for that. But Mark was a great kid for us, great player. He was young when he got here, was a freshman, but really fit in well and was a really good teammate, and we appreciate all that you did for us, Mark.
Mark, it's about time you got inducted to the Hall of Fame. I don't know what took so long, but congratulations, well deserved, and we wish you nothing but the best. Thank you.